G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, Rupert Murdoch's News Corp set up a media sting where they sent an undercover Jewish man into an Egyptian cafe, which was supporting Palestine, to try and stir up trouble. But it didn't go as planned, and the so-called Undercover Jew, that's the name they gave it, that's a code name they gave this media sting, Undercover Jew. Well, the man at the centre of it, the so-called Undercover Jew, Ophir Birnbaum, has sued for defamation. He instituted those proceedings a few days ago. And if that goes ahead, well, News Corp journalists and probably management will be called as witnesses, you'd expect, and that'll become very embarrassing for Rupert Murdoch and News Corp, and it's bad news they don't need, with plenty of News Corp subscribers to their Australian papers at least jumping ship, cancelling their subscriptions. Now, I published an article on the matter on Sunday the 10th of August 2025, and I'll read that out in a minute. But I'm also going to show you 4 videos, short videos, which really tell the story, because Ophir Birnbaum, well, his defamation case isn't real strong because he's left a trail of evidence on social media, which shows his case is going to struggle to stack up in court. Now, the article I published on Sunday is titled Rupert Murdoch's Undercover Jew Scandal Hits the Federal Court, and it starts off, Rupert Murdoch's News Corp tried to stir up trouble by sending undercover Jewish man Ophir Birnbaum to Egyptian cafe, Cairo Takeaway, in Sydney's Newtown in February 2025, wearing a cap with the Star of David on it and a Star of David pendant. Ophir Birnbaum filed a defamation claim in the Federal Court of Australia against Cairo Takeaway owner Hesham Al-Masri and staff member Talat Yehai on Tuesday the 5th of August 2025 over Instagram posts in February 2025 about the incident. The Star of David is a symbol generally recognised as representing both Jewish identity and Judaism. Mr. Birnbaum's defamation claim will drag in News Corp's management and journalists, as they are the ones who organised the Undercover Jew media sting, which is proven by leaked News Corp computer files, as per the Crikey article. Background. The Crikey website broke key details of the story in an article published on the 14th of February 2025, titled Inside News Corp's Backfired Undercover Jew Operation, which starts off, a News Corp operation sending an undercover Jewish man to a popular Egyptian cafe this week backfired when staff called the police following an altercation with Daily Telegraph journalists. The Daily Telegraph is owned by News Corp. Internal files seen by Crikey show the outlet planned to use covert video recording eyewear in the making of the story, which it internally named Undercover Jew and sketched out a week in advance. The article goes on to say the company's internal database also includes photos taken by photographer Rowan Kelly, including one of the Cairo Takeaway owner and restaurateur Hesham Al-Masri. The file also has instructions describing the assignment brief, which they quote in inverted commas, and it says, meet Gussie at Holt Street, call on arrival at 9 a.m. and head to Newtown for 9:30 a.m. Undercover Jewish man Ophir Birnbaum sees what it's like being Jewish in Sydney. Will secretly film with his video glasses. The aim is to walk down main streets in Newtown, Blacktown, Bankstown, Arncliffe, and film people's reactions to this Jewish man in their neighbourhood. Needs discreet photos of the guy walking down these streets to accompany the yarn. Speak to Picture Desk for a brief. And the Crikey article goes on to say Birnbaum has featured in News Corp publications a number of times. In December 2024, Birnbaum appeared on Sky News after claiming he had been moved on by police at a pro-Palestine protest in Sydney CBD. In November 2023, he was quoted by The Australian after being involved in a rally outside Green Senator Marine Faruqi's office, pictured wearing an Israeli flag as a cape. Now, Channel 9 reported on the story in February 2025, and I'll show you that video now. It only goes for 2.5 minutes.
Tuesday afternoon and Cairo Takeaway Cafe is buzzing when a man wearing a Star of David cap walks in and orders a hibiscus tea. He moves to the back of the cafe, wearing glasses with a camera. He turns them on and he leaves, following the female staff member who served him. They're at the door when the man in the cap speaks up. The alleged conversation relayed to the cafe's chef.
Am I upsetting you being here? And she said, no, I'm just asking you, what do you want? He says, because I'm Jewish.
Seconds later, a senior journalist from the Daily Telegraph enters with her photographer and allegedly asks the same female server, "Have you got a problem with the man with the white cap?" She says, "Why would I have a problem?" Eventually they leave, the cafe worker not far behind, and she's now the one with the camera.
That is out and out intimidation. Who comes into a restaurant and asks me a question about this gentleman who I don't even know?
Do you think it's not intimidation that you found it appalling that he came into your shop?
Show me that you're from the Daily Telegraph.
Easy.
I don't know, I think something's upsetting.
It was all part of a stunt planned by the Daily Telegraph, allegedly called Undercover Operation. A leaked planning document reads, "Meet Gussie at Holt Street. Call on arrival at 9 a.m. Undercover Jewish man Ophir Birnbaum sees what it's like being Jewish in Sydney."
We as a small community restaurant accept everyone into our restaurant and our venue and respect all walks of life.
Ophir Birnbaum is a prominent member of Sydney's Jewish community. During the recent anti-Semitic attacks, he pushed for unity.
We have to respect each other. People can disagree respectfully.
9 News understands the Daily Telegraph contacted a Jewish organisation to help facilitate the story, but they declined. The cafe owner called police, and after a 3-day investigation, it was decided no crime had been committed. Late this afternoon, the Daily Telegraph responded, saying they never intended to provoke an incident and their approach could have been better handled. Nine has reached out to Ophir Birnbaum, but he has not responded. At Newtown, Erin Ramsey, 9 News.
In the video you just watched, for some reason, Channel 9 changed News Corp's internal name for the media sting from Undercover Jew to Undercover Operation. It is also worth noting that the Crikey report says they plan to use covert video recording eyewear in the making of the story. And the 9 story above with the video you just watched, at the 15-second mark, says he turned the camera on in the glasses. There have been reports that Ophir Birnbaum has denied wearing camera glasses and or recording video in the shop. But as you'll see below, he does wear camera glasses and they record fine. My article goes on to say, defamation claim, Ophir Birnbaum's handiwork will come back to haunt him. In December 2024, Ophir Birnbaum held an Israeli flag opposite a pro-Palestine protest in Sydney, and he was marched away by police for antagonising the protesters, as per in the video I'm about to show you. And I'll play that video now.
That we have coming of solving the massive problems and hunger that we have around the world. Shame on you!
Go away.
I'm here, okay.
No, you're going away this way and you're going away. You're just antagonising him, no need to be here.
I'm going to the
No, you're going away, not anymore. I'm directing you to leave the area, mate. Because that antagonises him. So you're not being here,
So
go away, please.
hold on, can we?
So coming up here,
Yep, and we're speaking peace.
just coming up to cause dramas. That's all you're doing.
Hold on.
Keep walking.
I am
I'm not
walking
having you cause a public issue because you wanted to pull a flag out. They're allowed to protest.
All right, can we please
You're just
speak in-
antagonising them. No, I'm moving away from the area so they don't cause dramas.
All right, can we stop at a certain state? I can give you the flag and I'll go to the event.
You've done that to antagonise them.
What is it? You can have my details, you can have the flag.
Yeah, we're going to have your details.
Okay.
So I've detained you for breach of the peace, mate, because that just antagonises them, okay?
Okay.
There's a chance that they could get upset and they can hurt you. We don't have the police to stop 50 people coming across and attacking you.
Now, the Longford slasher reported on X. Ophir Birnbaum claimed he didn't have a recording of the Cairo takeaway incident. His equipment didn't have any issues when he was recently secretly recording a police officer at the Technion event and trying to provoke protesters with his Israeli flag. Now, I'll put a picture up on the screen of Ophir Birnbaum opposite the protest being marched away by a police officer. Now, another person on X, You're Right to Know, responded they look like the same glasses and posted a picture of Ophir Birnbaum outside the Egyptian cafe, the Cairo takeaway, and also a picture of Ophir Birnbaum opposite the march in Sydney. My article goes on to say, Mr. Theo Berenbaum will have some questions to answer under oath about where is a video from his glasses at the Cairo takeaway. If he claims he doesn't have any, he should be reminded he is under oath and potential consequences of perjury. One has to suspect the video would be very telling and unhelpful for Theo Berenbaum's defamation claim. My article goes on to say, Theo Berenbaum lies about attack on Jewish daycare centre. Now I'll show you a video of Theo Berenbaum outside a daycare centre.
Jews are the real terrorists. On a Jewish childcare center in Maroubra. Yesterday we found out about a caravan with explosive enough for 40 meters blast. We wake up to Jews are the real terrorists. We fool no one, helps no one, bring us closer together, make us stronger. And we're not going anywhere, and you're just upset that you're losing, and Israel still exists.
Now in January 2025, only about children, a non-religious daycare centre near the Maroubra Synagogue and Mount Sinai College was set alight and graffitied in the early hours. In the video I just showed you, Theo Berenbaum says it was a Jewish childcare centre, which is a lie. And given Mr. Berenbaum was outside the childcare centre, he would have known it wasn't Jewish. So why did he lie? He also talks about a caravan with explosives, which has since been found to be the work of organised criminals. Theo Berenbaum has shown his loyalty to Israel, and he'll do anything, including incitement, as the police said in the video I just showed you, to find even a hint of anti-Semitism to promote it to the media. Now, Stranger posted on X, Race Discrimination Commissioner Gerard Haran Sivaraman calls out the Daily Telegraph, who sent in far-right Jewish man Theo Berenbaum to incite violence in a Sydney cafe, and says this type of action by the media only increases racism against all communities. Now I'll show you a short video of Race Discrimination Commissioner Gerard Haran Sivaraman at the National Press Club.
Yeah, well, when you talk about the media, let's think about the relatively recently, I think it was the Daily Telegraph, tried to incite violence by having someone walk into dressed in particular clothing and walk into a shop, a restaurant that was supportive of Palestinian people. There would never not have been anything happen there, but they were deliberately trying to create something for the sake of a story. And I've said this publicly. It was dangerous, and it was pitting communities against each other who weren't actually going to, where nothing was going to happen. And this is the thing, if you kind of feed into those tropes or those stereotypes, what then happens is people say, oh, they bring their conflicts with them, they should just go back to where they came from. It actually increases racism against all communities.
Well, Race Discrimination Commissioner Gerard Haran Sivaraman does not name Theo Berenbaum. That is clearly who he is talking about. And for Commissioner Sivaraman to in effect say Berenbaum conspired with News Corp's The Daily Telegraph to incite violence isn't a good start for Berenbaum's defamation claim. Above is just some of Theo Berenbaum's handiwork, and for Berenbaum to file a case in court saying he has been defamed is scandalous. Based on what's on social media, the only person defaming Theo Berenbaum is himself, and his defamation claim is frivolous and vexatious at best. There must be a real chance that News Corp will put pressure on Theo Berenbaum, or maybe pay him to withdraw the case, as News Corp are the ones with most to lose, especially if their management and journalists are called as witnesses and put on the witness box under oath. Now, if that defamation case does go to hearing, I think it'll be explosive, especially if the journalists from News Corp and the management were involved, they had knowledge of it, they were the ones organising it, they gave it the code name Undercover Jew. They were clearly trying to incite people, whether they were trying to incite violence is another issue, don't need to prove that. They were trying to upset people, get a negative reaction, which they could then jump up and down and say, oh, look at this, it's anti-Semitism. And that's been promoted by Rupert Murdoch, who was good friends with wanted war criminal Benjamin Netanyahu. Now make sure you visit my website, Kangaroo Court of Australia, and click on that article. A lot of links to a lot further information. And please do your bit and help shine a light on corruption, and use the share button and share this video on social media. And please click on the like and subscribe button and notification button. That way you get notified every time I publish a new video. And Kangaroo Court of Australia is independent media. I publish a website and a YouTube channel, and I'm an independent journalist. I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself, so I'd be greatly appreciated if you made a donation via PayPal or Patreon. The links are below this video on YouTube and also on my website. We can go to my website and click on the donations page for other donation options. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.